Hello, welcome back to the GalaxyCat podcast. Yeah, we're back and we're ready to roll. Okay, so it's been a while since I chatted with my lovely listeners. Some come, some go, but it's whatever. I'm still gonna be zooming through the stars and shit like that. My ear, I don't know what it is, but my left ear is like ringing nonstop right now, so it's kind of like messing with me. Anyways, today's topic, since we finally have one, are artists' problems. Sorry if I roll my S's too much. I'm kind of like testing my microphone's sensitivity. So if you hear any background noise, sorry, nothing I can do about it. I don't have a $1,000 studio with a bunch of foam and shit. Alright, so just ignore it. Anyways, I'm going to introduce a few new members who I am happy to meet. I talked with them a little bit, before the show got started. So, Munel, unmute your mic. Munali.
Hello.
Yeah, so I invited this lovely lady to the show today because I am currently trying to get more artists into the Discord group chat. So you can make your introduction before we get started.
Okay. So hi, I'm known as Moonel105. You can call me Moon or Moonel. It doesn't really matter. I don't care. But I am a art whenever I can. So
Okay.
opening for in the future.
Sorry. Anyways, everyone unmute their mics. Let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I'd also like to introduce two other new listeners. We got Jade Thunderhoof.
Hey there.
And we got Lux.
What's poppin', B?
All right. So I'm not sure if I introduced Jack, but Jack is also a slightly new member. He's been here for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, Jack Mugen to extreme. Something like that.
Yes, I am. I am keeping quiet for a little bit, but I gotta stay low.
Yeah, sadly, he can make a really good introduction for anyone, but sadly, since he's at his parents' house, he can't make noises, even though he's a full-grown adult. I mean,
Hey,
like,
this
come on,
isn't
man.
my house anymore. I gotta go back to my house to do that shit. So yeah.
Then go back to your house.
Ooh. Oof. I'm all the way on the other side of town, partner. Gonna have to give me some gas money for that shit.
All right, I will. Anyway, so everyone here is mostly an artist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I
Somewhat.
think so.
So,
I'm not. I'm probably the only
and just
one
like,
that
okay, I got the answer. I got it. You're all
I
artists.
mean, maybe.
You're all artists. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Anyway. Okay, so just like all artists, we struggle with our issues and problems. We have weaknesses and we have strengths in our artistic skills, and we have experience. Whether you've been drawing for 5 months, 1 year, 5 years, a decade, whatever. Excuse me. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, me, I don't want to talk too much about my art experience, but I can say I think my artist problems is now me. I'm trying out everything as much as I can. I'm trying to learn female anatomy a lot better, trying to make new characters, trying to learn shading and lightning more because I think that's a little bit important, but not that important for some
And
aspects.
lightning?
Lighting, not lightning. Lighting. Lihitting. Silly goose. Anyways, oh yeah, I forgot to take my other earphone off. Anyway, it's not that funny. Jesus Christ.
No, I'm drawing something really stupid.
Oh yeah, as
I am
always.
also drawing something incredibly stupid.
Okay, well, when
I'm
you
drawing
guys
something
make it,
awesome stupid.
if it's stupid enough, I'll actually take the time to screen share it and show it on the YouTube
I'm
podcast.
gonna send my drawing to Donnie so she can give me advice
Oh God. Anyway,
on how to make it even worse.
So let's talk about artist problems. I can say what I struggle with is, I think digitally, I think I struggle with time, and I don't know. Yeah, time so far. I can actually do a simple drawing on
Oh.
paper in like maybe 30 minutes or an hour. But when it comes to drawing like something like a full body of Atlas, it probably takes about, what, 2-3 hours, and it's kind of annoying because I want it to be done quicker, but I'm not sure. I feel like,
No, I feel that pain.
yeah, it's annoying, and I don't like drawing on a tablet as much as paper. I've been a traditional artist for about maybe 10 to 11 years at this point, and I've been self-taught. I don't learn from nobody. I went to art class, but I didn't really pay attention because they were teaching shit that was irrelevant and pointless, so yeah. I mean, I hated art class, and especially digital design class, which I didn't even want anymore when I went to it again, because I thought it was going to be cool, but it sucked because they taught so many things that I think that were too advanced for the beginning. So, you know, it just kind of fucked with me. Anyways, artist problems, but it doesn't have to do with just skill issues. It can also be like something with art thieves, or knowing a friend who heavily references something, or whatever it may be. Artist problems, we deal with certain people as well. Let me tell a story. I had this kid, or guy I should say, I don't know his name, I forgot his name, but there was this guy he was loving me up. You know, he's being really nice to me, softening me up. He's like, "Oh, dude, I love your art. It's great. It's you know, it's all this." You know, he's being super nice out of nowhere. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, "Hey, can you draw something for me?" I'm like, "Sure, I do commissions." He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I have $3." I'm like, you have $3? Now, no. I know what it's like to not have any fucking money, but dude, my art isn't worth $3. Unless it's like a tiny sketch of a kitten, then yes, you can have that for $3. But other than that, if you want like a full-blown digital drawing of your OC or something, it's going to be a little bit pricey because it takes the time and effort and everything. But I think I argued with him as nicely as I could as possible. He was like, really, I don't know, he was just being stupid. He was like, you know, you can't even take $3. I'm like, dude, $3 is nothing. I wipe my ass with $3. What are you talking about? Like, shit. It's like, I'm not rich either. Like, I work hard for my money. If I was rich, I wouldn't be here. But like, you know, dude, $3 is not a lot for art that I'm drawing for you out of your. I didn't even know this person. They were acting like my bestest friend, and it's like, dude, I don't owe you anything. I don't need to draw you shit. I mean, but you know, it's whatever. I even showed him the site eLoot. I'm not advertising, but I tell everybody that, hey, if you want to make a little bit extra money, use eLoot. I always use it, and it helps with me buying small stuff. And he's like, "Oh, I can't do it because the surveys and shit are too hard." I'm like, okay, then play ads. There's literally something you can do. Here's the thing that some people don't understand. You have to put effort into something. Even when you're trying to get an artist to draw something for you, you have to know the artist personally if you're going to get free art, like a really, really good friend. And there are these times, and I think some of you should sympathize with me on this. There's always that one fucking kid in class that never talks to you. They're like, "Oh wow, you drew that?" No, I fucking stole it from a DeviantArt page and just slapped it on my sketchbook. Yes, I drew it, you idiot. And then they asked the next question, "Can you draw me?"
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
I
No,
hate
no,
that
sure.
so
I
much.
will draw for
I
you.
never got that in school though.
I did at least 3 times. It's fucking annoying. It's kind of ignorant. It's like, no,
I didn't
like,
get it in school just because I was terrible.
it's so stupid. It's like, why am I
Because
gonna?
nobody really talked to me.
It's like, why am I gonna take the free time out of my day to draw something for a person I barely know? And let me tell you the truth. I don't even draw humans well. I don't like drawing humans, so, it's whatever. But you know what I mean? It's like,
And that
here's the thing that people need to understand. We're not entitled to draw you anything. If you don't meet our price, we ain't gonna draw you shit. And if we don't know you, we aren't gonna draw you anything. If you know artists that draws for free, for some fucking reason, go ahead and go to that artist. That's another thing that people don't understand too. Why argue with an artist all day long that you know isn't gonna draw you jack shit, even especially when you're giving them attitude, that you can just... I even told the guy, like, dude, there's a bunch of artists on Omino that are doing art for free for some fucking reason. You can ask them. And he's like, well, you're gonna be an asshole and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, well, you have a nice day. Have a nice day. You know what? There's no point.
Man.
Have a great week.
Yeah, and I was nice too. Like I turned into a dick in the end because I was like done with this guy. Anyways, how about you, Moon? Like, have you dealt with a similar situation? What are your artist issues?
No, not really, because a lot of my experience with commissions has been really great. I haven't had a whole lot. I've only had like 2 people commission me before, but both times it was great. Like, it went pretty well. Yeah, I've never actually dealt with anyone like that before. Understand it. I
Yeah.
understand.
And that's good.
These artists are going through.
And let me tell you something.
Terrible that there are people out there that think that they are to whatever the fuck they want, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is that art commissions is a hustle. You don't have to be a super great artist to get art commissions, but you have to be decent. And you have to make money on
Advertise.
your art, especially in the furry fandom. You have to cater to those that want your style. I mean, the furry fandom is perfect to if you draw anthros well and shit, and if you like doing it, then you can definitely start charging people if they want you to draw something for them. Like me,
It's a wonderful market.
I don't know how many people in total have commissioned me, but I can say at least almost about 30 plus people have commissioned me in total. And I've done about maybe 40 to 50 art commissions, which is kind of a lot. I'm very grateful that people, even though I'm not friends with them anymore, I'm very grateful to them for giving me the opportunity to make me draw something and get paid doing it. Because another thing about artists is that a lot of them have a low self-esteem, me included. We're very self-conscious about our artwork. We're very self-conscious about how we do it, how we build it, and what people think. Me, I think my art is I don't like the way I draw legs. I don't like the way I draw faces sometimes. Even though I do exaggeration pretty perfectly. I do emotions pretty perfectly. It's something that I really... I still like to draw. I've tried quitting drawing plenty of times, but I can't get away from it. It's like a bad habit. I just love doing it, though. It's something I've been just improving nonstop. I can say I took art way more seriously in 2010, but I was awful when I look back to it now. But let me tell you something.
Yeah, like,
I'd rather have more creativity than less artistic skill, because being creative and be able to make these characters that nobody's ever made, or ever come to thought of, when you build your own little universe of OCs and shit like that, whatever you want to make, comic series like I want to do, I really want to make a comic series soon. Be a voice actor. I have so many of these talents I want to use in effect, not just to make money, but just to make a name for myself. So people come to me and say, hey, I got you a job to do. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do it. And the truth is, like I always say, I love to entertain people. Is what I love to do. So how about you, Moon? How long you've been drawing for?
God, let me think. So, seriously, around my sophomore year of high school, I was just like doodling just whenever, like on my notebooks and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I started being a part of this furry fandom that I took art seriously. Like learning what I know now, like from my art classes and stuff.
Yeah, me, like I said, I've learned from references and watching. Me, I always watch cartoons. I still do to this day. and I've always watched on how the characters would pose and react to things and body language. It's very important. I'm a visual learner. If you tell me how to draw, I'm not going to know it. If you show me how to draw, absolutely, I'll know what to do because I'm a visual learner.
Yeah, I'm
Art is all visual. You can't
a learner too.
you can't tell someone how to draw, but you can certainly fucking show them. There are so many people who think they know everything about art. Like these art teachers I used to know. They were fucking assholes because I mean, art is about expression. You're supposed to express what you can draw and what you want to draw. But they made these kids do a bunch of stupid shit that nobody wanted to do. Hell, I remember one time I was in class, I was teaching like 3 kids how to draw like a perfect circle. And they were more intrigued by that than the fucking art lesson that was given. It's so funny, and people start to wonder why art classes don't, succeed, or there's not many of them that much anymore. So I don't know. It's just dumb. I really wish art teachers can teach the simple stuff and teach things that people younger than me would love to learn, or someone like me back then would love to learn. Like when I was 16, I'm 20 years old now, so I can't say I'm a kid anymore, but I still kind of feel like one.
I would have liked it if my teacher.
I'm a kid at heart.
Because I went to like an actual art high school, and like I really wish my teacher didn't make us do the same things every year.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
the problem.
it was rigorous, like trying to teach, and majority of my style developed after I left.
Oh yeah, I got way better after I left. Actually, the funny thing is, I always drew in school, even though I wasn't supposed to. I did not give a fuck about
Yeah,
teachers.
me too.
Seriously, teachers come up to me, tell me to put my drawing. I'm like, mind your fucking business. Let me draw. Be like, leave me alone.
I'm thankful that like none of my teachers bothered me about that.
Oh my god, back then, when a teacher used to just snatch my paper, I would get up and get in their face, and I'd be like, you better give me my drawing back. I never got physical with a teacher for taking my drawing, but let me tell you something. I'm not a tough guy, but when you touch my art, I will get physical with you. I don't really... No artist wants to have a person come up to them and touch their art. I especially hate those type of idiot, especially the idiots that, like, poke your drawing. Like, don't fucking poke my drawing. It's made of lead. When you poke it, you're basically gonna smudge that shit all
Graphite.
around. It's so annoying.
Yeah, right? Who does
Fucking
that?
greasy fingers.
Yeah, I had like...
Oh, it's a piece of paper with lead on it. Oh, let's poke it.
Yeah,
Let's
and
just
it's...
smear that
And I don't know where their finger has been. I don't know if they itched their balls or their butt with it. Like, I don't want you to touch my
Probably
fucking
not.
drawing. Let me tell you something. If you want to keep your traditional drawing safe, get a laminator. They're definitely expensive, but they are worth it. If you want to keep your best drawings safe, get a laminator. And if you want to keep your drawings digitally safe forever,
Get one.
get a scanner. I love scanners. They are beautiful. If you're tired of taking pictures of your art with a phone, which is the ghetto way to do it, or not to make fun of anyone who does it. I mean, we all have to do it.
What'd you say?
My
Something
thing
called
I
out.
hate is when people like shit on you for making art. It's like, listen, I'm making art. You're not. Why are you making fun of me for it? Like
I'm
back in
creating. What are you contributing?
I had back in 8th grade. I was drawing one of my cats who had recently passed, and some
Oh.
idiot had the idea to make fun of me, thinking it was a dog showing its nuts. I was like, no, listen.
God.
Oh,
I
kids are
yeah,
so mean.
They are.
Kids are assholes.
Oh.
I remember one fucking kid. I don't know his
It's
name.
true. There are some kids
Here's
that are...
here's one funny thing. I wish I knew where this kid is now, and I wish I knew his full name. There was this piece of shit who, I don't know, he dressed like a fucking idiot, and he had this stupid curly hair. And I remember, I want to do, this is way before I took art commission seriously, but he says that no one was ever going to pay for my artwork and shit. But years later, after high school, I mean, about a year after high school, that's when I was starting to get my first art commission. I joined my first furry chat, which I'm no longer in. That's a long story, but Personally, that was, and I have nothing really against that chat because it was my fault and stuff like that. But okay, but basically, when I first joined my first furry chat, I was very shy. I didn't really have much of a persona, so I didn't know what to do. I was very self-conscious at the time, but I showed my Sona and shit, and people really liked my art style, so I kept drawing and drawing. And then when I showed them more art, there were people that saying, "Dude, you should do commissions and stuff like that." And dude, they were saying really nice things to me. And I didn't have a job at the time. I had no job, and I really needed money to get a bike because I hated walking around all the fucking time. I didn't have Uber either. Like, I was flat fucking broke. I had no money. These guys, these amazing people, I still, even though I'm not friends with them, I still respect them, and I still thank them to this day if I can. I mean, I don't talk to them, but if they hear this, I still want to say thank you for you know, giving me the opportunity to make money off my art, because it's something I believe the kid. I was like, you know what, he said this and it's true. I'm not making any fucking money off my art. But when okay, so my first commissions from that chat alone, I've probably made like $100-something at least. I made like $100-something. No exaggeration. I don't know the exact amount, but I made like $100-something at least. And I felt so good about myself. So I went down to Toys R Us at the time when it was open. And when this is way before they went bankrupt too.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Even though they're
I
coming
went to
back.
Toys R Us,
No, they're not.
and I used the money. I used the money to buy a bike, and I remember feeling so good about it. I was like, yes, my hard work paid off, and that fucking kid, you know, doesn't know how far I'm gonna make it with this art. I mean, I'm still not making it much far now, but I'm doing way better, of course. Yes, art commissions come and go, and they go up and down. I mean, there's one night where you can make $200, and one night you make fucking just 15. It's a hustle, and it's not a bad thing. It's better than getting nothing at all. And I have a job now, so I have a decent amount of money, so I can afford all the things I need. For example, when I bought the scanner, now I can scan the art and not have to take a picture with my phone. I have a laminator, so if someone wants it in person, I can ship it to them, and the drawing will be completely safe. No water, no ripping, no shredding, no bending. Shit like that. And I've sent out art. I did. I just haven't done it since then because people want digital now. So I got a art tablet, a Wacom S, the smallest tablet. Still fucking expensive, $80, Jesus.
80. I spent
Yeah.
25 on mine, but okay.
Yeah, but anyways, over time though, I started to appreciate and prove that my art is worth something. I can say, everyone here, your art is worth something. If you think your art is shit, just know someone out there wants it. They want your shit.
Yeah.
They do.
Don't listen to what people say that you're not going to get anywhere with your art, because I've had that a lot in the past.
Yeah.
That your art is not.
surprisingly, gotten that line most often from art teachers. I'm not even kidding.
That's
like, a lot of
rough.
my art.
Really?
Yeah, it's very rough.
Art teachers,
Terrible.
they think they have this,
art
you know what,
teachers.
they have this fucking dictator like attitude. They think that, oh, you're not gonna get anywhere if you don't do my lessons and shit. And it's like, fuck you. Thanks to art commissions in total, I have made, I don't know the exact amount, like I said, but art commissions from whenever I started from that one furry chat to the others or whatever, I've probably made about 500 or half of $1,000 fucking dollars in art commissions.
Me, I haven't made none because I haven't been recognized enough within any community, and
And you also, Donnie, what you have to do is, my lovely co-host, what you have to do is, you have to try. You have to show off the Google Doc thing to some people, see if they're interested, because you're a good artist. You are. And
Agree with that.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure, because, I mean, yes, you aren't recognized, but recognition isn't really the biggest issue. Yes, it can be a pain in the ass because there's someone way better than me, but do I give a fuck? No. That's another thing that artists need to stop worrying about. Stop worrying about being worse or better than somebody. If you want to really
I think
make
it's very.
if you really want to feel good about yourself in terms of art style, go back to how you used to draw. if you look back to how you used to draw, I say always keep your old drawings. Keep your old drawings, and then put your
Yeah.
present drawings next to each other, and pat yourself on the back, because that shows that you got better. You didn't get worse, you got better. You can only get better when it comes to art. If you do the right
I can
things,
100%.
if you don't
I can
trace,
100%. Sorry.
if you don't heavily reference, if you don't do all the degenerate shit that some people do to make it easy, then you will be recognized as a good artist. You are a good artist already, but you just haven't been really doing the hustle of getting the art commissions. Me, how I do it, I go to some servers. I have gone on different social media just a little bit, and I didn't go crazy with it, but I show my art to some people, and I tell them, hey, I do art commissions, so if you're ever interested, hit me up. I got a Google Doc. And that Google Doc was made out of complete thin air. I didn't know what the hell to do. I didn't want to make a website. I didn't want to pay any money to make a website, so I thought, okay, let's try to make a Google Doc. And it's been improved over time. Things improve over time, especially mostly with art. Time is your best friend when it comes to art, but don't abuse the time to rush things. Don't. So, sorry if I went
Gotta
off on
be
a...
gentle with it.
Yeah.
Caress it.
Yes. Art is like an egg.
I think
It's an
time.
egg.
Like a fine
I think-
booty.
Like a... Oh, yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Art is like a
Honestly,
booty.
though, time is one of the things that troubles me with my art, because it takes me about me is that it doesn't take me long to do a sketch. It's the line art that gets me. The line art takes me fucking like, and because it takes me so long, I feel like I'm not best that I can. I feel like I'm kind of failing myself because I'm so slow.
I
To
can.
accept that I am slow at everything. That's just how I am. And I feel like whenever I do start doing commissions, mad at me for being slow about it.
Here's my advice.
No,
Here's my advice that I have about art commissions. When you are paid, and I always say take payment first, because if you do art for someone, they can easily just take that away. Easy. Make sure the
Yeah.
person pays you the fuck first, because there have been many incidents where artists have drawn something for somebody, or even art trades. Here's why I don't do art trades. And I'm going to send this to, when this podcast is uploaded, I'm going to send this to anybody who asks me if I do art trades or why I don't do them. The reason why I don't do art trades is because if I do art for the person first, they can slack off as much as they want. They have my artwork. They don't have to do shit. They could just say, oh, I'll do it next month. Oh, I'm going through something. Oh, I'm doing this at the moment. Sorry. They can slack the fuck off as much as I'm already done. They could just take it. That's why I don't do art trades. Cause
Yeah, you did your part.
yeah. I mean, I didn't fall for it before.
You
But the reason
did,
why.
you did your part.
But here's the reason why I don't do art trades. It makes no money. And I'm not saying be money greedy as an artist, but listen, money makes the world go around. You have to get paid for your effort. You have to.
It's true.
I say do art
That
trades.
money is
do-
the only way to survive.
Do art trades with a friend, if anything. Don't do them with a complete stranger. Doesn't matter if they come off nice or shit, or if they have experience with doing art trades with other people. Do art trades with a friend. Do commissions with people
I've
that are willing
done-
to pay. Go ahead, Moon.
I've done only a couple of art trades.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of art trades, and the first one that I ever did is the person had fallen out of that character and stuff, and so they were trying to fight a different one, and then I was like, okay, that's totally fine, and most of my part done, and I never heard back from the person.
Okay, one of the worst art trade experiences I've had. So I drew this character, and it's a speed paint on my YouTube. I made a speed paint and everything. I edited that video. I drew a full body like character for this girl, and I sent her like a picture of like all the layers, just like as proof, like, hey, I'm done with all of it. Where's your part? She's like, oh, hold on a second. She's like, She's like, I haven't done it yet. And I'm like, oh no, that's okay, that's fine. I had fun drawing your character. But here's the thing, 10 minutes later, and I'm not even kidding, 10 minutes later, she sends me a picture. And my character is wrong. Like, everything is wrong about it. And I was just like, oh my god. She's like, here it is. And I'm like, oh my god. She forgot.
Was she trying to pass?
Something really lazily. Not even a full body.
If you don't put effort into it, then why are you even doing it?
Yeah.
I was just like, man.
Trying to pass it off as like the final thing, or was it just the sketch that she was trying to?
That was the final product, and it was so odd.
Here's
Oh,
one of the things
no.
I've done. Does anyone know what a map is? A multi-animator project?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen
Yes,
them.
I worked my butt off making this in school, and it's on my YouTube, and it's one of my favorite things I've done. I mean, it's kind of bad now. I probably could redo it, but
Mhm.
the person never made the map. Like, they never actually got around.
That tends to be
Yeah.
the
And it's been
issue
2
with
years.
games is
Whenever
that they're
that
never finished. Like someone either dips
hate that
out
whenever
or like
that
they get
happens.
bored
The
of a
creator
project.
never puts them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem is that just like do their part, and so the person who's in charge of that map, I feel like they need to take charge of that and just rehire different people so that they can get it finished.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: everyone got their stuff done, but like,
Oh, it was just
there
like
was
the
only
map
one
they
person,
were
and I knew
using.
this person. And I knew this person, or at least she never put her art in, so someone else put their art in over her, like, cause she never committed. And all the parts were turned in, but it still never was made. My sister also made something.
Oh.
It was supposed to be like a map with me and my friends, and it.
If I may, and the funny thing is, now I'm not being biased, but Donnie's sister is KCKK. She's an animator on YouTube who's been on one of the top 10 pony videos of the month, and it's so crazy.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's on our Discord group, and I'm not gonna like kiss her ass here at the moment, but the reason why I mention her is that she is a really talented animator that puts a lot of effort, and she got screwed over in the end. Imagine being her and being told by whoever the hell was running this map project that, oh, I'm not doing it anymore. Like,
Jesus.
how?
She also has put something else in another map, which is really interesting. Now, here's the difference between me and my sister. I had too many personal problems in my life that I didn't get as far as her. She busts her ass every single day for her entire life making art, and that's why she's so good.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I had to hide away in my shell and not really show off my art or get criticism because I was too afraid because of all this mental, physical stuff that was going on with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But back to my advice on doing art commissions. Here's another thing I want to say. If you're getting paid to do something, fucking do it as best as you can. And if you're not sure on how to draw someone's Sona, I want to make this very clear with because you mentioned that, Jay, that she drew your character completely wrong, correct?
Yeah, like I had like a picture of like what she looked like and everything like that, and she just drew her just entirely wrong.
Completely different. Here's the thing. Anybody that's listening to this, anybody who gets the idea of thinking they're going to get away with that shit, I mean, technically they can because you already did the work. See, this is why art trades can usually end up in a big fucking scam. And here's another thing you need to do too. If you're doing an art commission for a stranger, I'm not talking about a friend or a friendly person. I'm talking about a stranger, a person who's paying you to do something and they expect it in 1-2 days. Get it done in 1 or 2 days. Do not keep a person waiting. I don't give a shit if you have personal stuff going on, blah, blah, blah. I had one guy fuck me over so bad, and it was terrible. Because I paid this dude $60 to make this shitty badge that I didn't even like. I was like, I know how to do LED lights. This guy doesn't. And, it was a light badge. And I was like, cool, I don't want this shit. This looks cool. So
Mhm.
I got one, and I commissioned this dude for like months, and I kept, talking to him. I had to contact him on like fucking, I think Facebook. I had to track this guy down because he wasn't on his Discord and shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had to track his ass down. I had to get his real name. I didn't like dox him, but I think
Get him, boy.
yeah, but I fucking like found his Facebook. I'm like, dude, like you haven't been on Discord. Like, what the fuck's going on? He tells me this pissy, sappy story about him getting sick a lot and all this bullshit. And I'm like, okay, man, you got a month to get better, So I mean, and here's the thing, he was already done, and he has a girlfriend who can send it out for him. But this, whoever the fuck his girlfriend, she wasn't sending it out. I had $60 wasted on this fucking badge that was trash anyway. Like, the drawing was good, but the lighting was just so terrible. And I don't mean the drawing lighting. The LEDs behind it were like, it didn't even have an on and off button. It was really, oh man, yeah, it was terrible. I mean,
was essentially just like
I
glowing
remember
until it
this
died.
this fucking guy. He had a nerve to tell me, "Oh, it's gonna be, if you're gonna want to get a refund, it's gonna be a partial refund." I'm like, "Excuse me, a partial refund?" I was like, "You know what? No. If you don't get this done in a week, if I don't get," I told him, I was getting serious with him. I told him, "Listen, if you can't send this out in a week, I want my partial fucking refund." And he sent that shit out so fast. He sent it quick. I said, "Thank you, goodbye." And I looked at the badge, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just glad it's over with. Don't waste a person's time. That's the simple truth.
Yeah.
Unless it's a friend.
policy-
Yeah. Just let me finish for a second.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I'll let you talk after this. I'm just going to say this. There's no time limit. There's not an exact time limit, but just have some common sense and understand that not everyone's going to be patient with you. You are paid to do something, paid for a service. And if you get sick a lot, if you have too many personal problems to deal with, do not fucking do art commissions. Seriously. Because if you're looking to scam people, there are artists bewares for a reason, okay? And when people start to know you as a fucking scammer or a lackluster artist, I don't mean lackluster as in style. I mean, here's the sad part too. You got talented, beautiful artists, and they rip the fuck off of people. And it's like, what are you doing? Don't do that. And get the shit done. When you get paid, do the fucking drawing. And if you're not sure how to draw someone's OC, then send them a ref. Ask for the ref. Go like, excuse me, I'm a little bit stuck here. Do you want me to draw them like this? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Always do not be afraid to ask artists for questions. And if you're not sure, here's the thing. Give them a refund. Or ask the artist for a refund. Because it goes both ways. And if a refund is not given, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole legal dispute. And I don't know nothing about that, so it's insane.
I think it's best to know the terms of the artist that you're dealing with before jumping into, handing over your money.
And the thing is, when I found out
I totally agree with that.
When I found out I was being partially scammed by this fuck, I looked him up. I typed in his artist name, and there were people that have made posts about this fucking guy. And I'm like, oh my god, I just fucking...
I do research.
And I met him at a convention.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, are you kidding
no.
me? Like, yeah, I met him at a convention, and he was like, oh, don't worry, bro, I'll get it done in a month. And it fucking 6 months I've been waiting for this fucking thing. And I still have it, and I don't know what to do with it. I think I threw it out or something. I don't even know what I still have it.
Well.
So...
You still have it?
Yeah, I still have it. I'm thinking about probably giving it to somebody or just maybe sending it back to the fucking guy. Put like, I never liked this piece of shit. Here you go.
Here's the badge of your uselessness.
Yeah, here's the fucking badge that took you forever because you're quote unquote sick. Listen, I understand if people get sick, but when you're paid to do something that you're supposed to finish forever ago, I mean, that's the thing. It was finished. Like, if it was halfway done, I give the guy time. And I did. I gave him a lot of fucking time. People aren't sick for that fucking long. If you are, you should go to the hospital. Okay?
Yeah.
But do not tell me that you haven't been on Discord, all this bullshit. I wish I could find his account and look back to the chat log, because it was so fucking ridiculous having to talk to this guy. A partial refund? Listen to me, motherfucker. If I don't have the item, regardless if you did it, you should give me all my money back. That's not how it works. It's not. It's like for example, let's say I was a sandwich maker. I give someone, let's say I give someone half a sandwich, and then yeah, Donnie would like this because she's a fat ass, and now let's say halfway through, let's say when I'm giving them the sandwich, they pay full price for it, and they go like, wait a minute. Okay, so this part's a little bit confusing, and I know I was starting to say it in a stupid way, but what I was trying to say is that if I'm a sandwich maker, and if the guy is paying full price, and if I give like half the sandwich or no sandwich whatsoever, and then when he complains about not liking it or getting it, and I say, oh, well, you will get a partial refund because I half made the sandwich or didn't make it, it literally makes no sense to say that I'm going to give you a partial refund. So, yeah. Just to let you guys know, that's what I try to say. Weak. I can tell. I hotwire LEDs by myself, and the way this guy did it was fucking piss poor. I can tell he rushed the shit out of it, because I'm an artist, and the way this guy did it was fucking, like, pitiful, absolutely pitiful. And I can't believe he had to get his girlfriend to ship it to me. Like, dude, are you that fucking petty? Are you that fucking, like, seriously?
I hope she left him.
No, they work together. They sell together at this convention. She's an artist too. So they have.
Oh no.
Yeah, and they have been known to fucking be late. They have been known to screw over people. They have a history of screwing over people with being late on their own commissions. So, yeah.
Some people like commission, like yet still people commission them.
Yeah, that's because some of them
to screw people over.
That's because those people that commission them and see their work, they don't know, they're not aware. But now when I see them, I will be aware, and I'll be like, I won't say anything to them, but if they're like, hey man, if you're willing to commission again, I'll be like, no, don't play that fucking bullshit with me. I have your fucking
Now you'll
badge.
see them
That
and
shit
it's gonna
took way
decide
too.
which
I don't want to
book
hear
of
your.
that.
I don't want to hear your fucking sappy story about when you're quote unquote sick, making your girlfriend go to the fucking post office to ship a badge. Partial refund my ass. Because listen, if I was an asshole, if I was a true asshole, I would have said the dude's name on this podcast. I would have been making a shit ton of bewares. You know, if I was that fucking petty over $60, then, you know, a lot of people wouldn't be buying his art. I'm not saying that because I'm not famous, so people would still be buying it. But still, when word gets around about someone like that, when there's already enough bad stuff on them, it tends to make people really, really nervous to buy art from them. And here's the thing.
Bonfire.
And there's the thing. If you can't do art, then don't. If you can't do business, don't do business. Because people's money is not a thing to mess around with. Don't fuck around with people's money. If someone pays you to do something, you do it. It's a job. Simple as that. So go ahead, Jade. You go ahead and talk right now. I'm gonna shut up.
I always have a policy, like in my commissions. What I usually do is if I don't feel like I'm confident enough, like if I'm like halfway through like drawing something and I'm like, man, like this character is stumping me, like no matter how hard I try, like I can't finish it. I know I can't finish it, or I'm taking too long. I end up giving them a full like refund, and if I have like line art or a sketch done, I will give them that as compensation. But like on the other side of that, like, because personally, this is the one problem that I have is with commissions and requests, I end up taking too long because I can get through like a sketch real quick and I'll be like, man, this looks great. But then like I end up biting off more than I can chew and end up taking too many. And then I'm just like swamped and my mind will just be like, all right, shit, what do I do next now? Like, which one goes first? Like, who is more important when it comes to like who commissioned me first or this and that?
If I may.
And
the one who's the most important is the one who either commissioned first or the one who paid the most money.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just saying, whoever paid the most money,
I mean,
you better get that shit done. I'm just
Even
saying.
if he pays the most money and wants the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or what you could do is like have a strict policy on first come first served. And just
That's
make
what.
that
That's
known
no.
to your
That
attorney.
is. That's normally the artist's policy. Whoever
I've had
comes
two
first.
situations where it went down, but I've just never gotten the art, and it's been, what, 2 years, and I've filed complaints, but they've never responded.
Well, then you got scammed. Simple as
Well,
that.
yeah, because when you pay $175,
Hey there, I'm Atlas, and today I'm gonna give you a visual representation of what that guy just fucking did to his money. So what I have here is $175. We have 100, 3 20s, 110, and 5 ones. And next to me is my bathroom.
Oh yeah, I just got done scamming this guy. Hey, look at this is my... Okay, now I know what to do. Oh man, just 2 ones? Well, I guess I'll just use this extra toilet paper.
For a piece of
My
art,
God.
it's...
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And they make it professionally. So,
Oh my god, you paid 175? I would never pay that much for art. I'm sorry.
no, it was a painting.
I wouldn't.
It was like a
I wouldn't-
massive canvas.
honestly,
Jesus
Yeah, it depends on
Christ.
what it's made. Like, I paid like tons of money for this plushie I'm getting made. I'm paying in increments for a fursuit. You know, it depends on what kind of art's being made, what kind of medium, because it
Yeah.
takes different amounts of times for everything.
Here's a funny thing too. If an artist has a style that you know is easy to do and they overprice their shit, don't ever commission them. I don't overprice my stuff. Like a $15 half body sketch sounds pretty pricey to some people, and I agree. But the reason why it is because oh my god. Oh my.
That's your
Can I
freedom to
fuss
have
by
that.
now?
No! What the fuck is that?
What is it?
Can I please post mine now?
What is that?
Talking about being bald earlier, so I thought I'd give you some great hair.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
No, there is
That's great.
there is something. Oh god.
I put so much effort into
I'm
it.
trying
I
to
hope
show
you
this.
Appreciate it.
I'm trying to show this right now.
Oh,
I just
being a fool. I love it.
Can I please show mine?
Oh
I
my
need
God.
I'm gonna save this in my
Yeah.
pictures folder. I'm gonna put it on OBS real quick because this is
Too good.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, Donnie. Look what these people made. Oh my god. I have no words. I have no fucking words for
It's
this.
because for people who didn't know, he was making like a stupid anime voice.
No,
and we
I
were
was
watching
not. Shut the fuck
you were.
up.
And there was like this anime song we were
Oh
listening
my
to, and it was
God.
really funny. And I thought of Trapless.
No. Let me just get this image real quick.
Strapless. Oh my god.
And someone gave me the idea of putting like balloons as boobs.
Oh my god. That's what
see
those
that. I see
are?
Yes.
Those are balloons?
Yes.
Those,
Fake titties.
they're not big enough.
Big titty goth.
Look at this. Look at this
big
drawing.
titty goth GF.
I'm showing Donnie's drawing first on the podcast. For those who are just listening, look at this. Look what she made. What is this?
Strapless.
It's gold.
Oh my god. I have like these what are these, like boots? What, heels? What are these?
They're supposed to be like your actual like.
Oh, I just
sneakers,
noticed.
but,
Does he have earrings?
Oh my god, this is so...
He has earrings.
Is he wearing a garter belt?
Actually, this is surprisingly really good. You drew, and you said you don't draw anthros well? Look at that. That's actually pretty decent.
Oh, that's really good.
It's only decent because it's a fucking meme.
No, you drew Atlas correctly. Like,
Power of memes compels you.
oh my
Because
god.
it had a reference right
I'm
next to
I'm
it.
showing the drawing right now. This is the drawing, everybody. Who's gonna see this on YouTube? This is what they fucking
I
made.
can't wait to watch this back.
I guess they never miss, huh? Wow.
Someone
Congratu-
audio cap that.
Congratulations. You did it. You guys have you guys have
You
disturbed
played
me.
yourself.
disturbed you.
Yeah, I am
Me
disturbed.
and Donnie were just messaging back and forth with our shitty meme art. We were both like silently laughing the whole podcast.
Yeah, I was wondering what the fuck you guys were doing, and then I saw this, and I'm like,
With my art.
at first I see I guess they never hit or miss, huh? And then I see Atlas, who's surprisingly drawn pretty well, and then next thing you know, boom, Trapless. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking...
He's gonna get ya.
With those
I-
slim
Give me the
boobs.
clap.
I am never... Donnie, that's it. I'm not feeding you food for like a really long time now.
Feed her all the spoons she broke.